Hey, welcome back. Today we are doing an Ask Rachel episode. So I asked in our Facebook group, and if you're on our email list, I asked you there too, what are some questions that you want me to answer on this show? What are some things that you want to know about business, but also just like personal stuff too? So we're kind of covering it all, and I'm really excited because you guys have some good questions. Okay, Caitlin Eldridge from Eldridge asks, what do you see as the best areas, best investment to hire out instead of DIY for maximum growth? Everything that can't be done by you. So literally write down like your to-do list of all the things you're doing in your business, and then look at what can only you do. So only you can record that podcast episode. Only you can do a client call. Only you can show up and go live on Facebook. What can everyone else do? So you can do the podcast, but someone else can schedule it. They can write out some interview questions. They can send follow-up email reminders to have, like if you're doing an interview, you can show up and do the interview, but then someone else can edit it. They can create show notes. They can upload it. They can create graphics for it. So that's literally like when we do podcast interviews, I do a little bit of like someone on our team create sample questions for me, but then I go in and do background research because I want to have a good idea of who they are and what they're about. But like, I only show up and do the episode. Someone on our team does everything else. Like a couple people on our team. There's like 3 people on our team that help with the podcast and all of that good stuff. So the first thing that I invested in was an assistant in the Philippines. I hired him back in my network marketing days, and that was such a good investment. I remember Shalene Johnson just saying, you need to outsource, you need to hire a VA. And I was like, all right, I'm a good student. I'm going to listen to you. So I hired him $65 a week for like 10 hours. I pay him the same, and now it's like unlimited, whatever I want him to do. I probably don't have 10 hours of work for him to do, but just like little things. And then when I decided I really needed to up level, I hired Ariana on our team, and she helped me with active campaign and email automations. And then she did customer service and so much, like so much. And then I hired Lizzie, who is our team social media manager. So she does all of our graphics. She does our Insta stories. She does everything. She does so much. Everything you see on social media, that's Lizzie. She does all of that. She does the podcast, the show notes, all that stuff. And then I hired Michelle, who does only customer service. And so she reads all of our emails and then tags me and lets me know what I need to respond to, which is awesome. So I don't even go in my email inbox until I know, like, she already went through it and these are the things that are just for me. That is huge. And then we hired someone to take over Pinterest and help us with Pinterest management. And then we hired someone with Facebook ads to take care of that. Then we hired a bookkeeper. Oh, and then we hired a coach to help us with our Activate program. So she's in there and helping and supporting me and supporting other ladies in the program. So literally, you're not going to be able to do all of that at once. I know. So that's why I shared like the progression of what we did and how we started. So hire a VA in the Philippines, Upwork.com. There's probably other ones. I've actually had people on the podcast who have VA staffing agencies. I wish I wrote down what episode number, that would have been helpful. But it's on there, probably in the first 100 episodes for sure. So start there, but then think about all the different things that are not your zone of genius that you need to, like, you're just spending so much time here. And if you just had someone helping you, it would free up so much. The more you start to let go, the more you're going to grow. So at Global Leadership Summit last year, Craig Groeschel said, you can either have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both. And I was like, I got to write that down. That's a good one. You can either have control or you can have growth, but you can't have both. So you gotta just be okay with letting someone else do it. If they do it 70% as good as you, like, keep going. They're doing a good job. Such a big fan of outsourcing. Okay, Janice Powell from the Keto Cooking Tupperware Lady asks, how much time per day should I set aside for getting my Pinterest account started and going? So we've had students go through our course, Pin with Purpose, in a weekend, completely get everything set up like in a weekend. I think someone even said they did it in a day. So it's so possible to get everything up and running in that amount of time. And then ongoing, you just need to create content every week, which you should be doing anyways. And then pinning and repinning with Tailwind and all that good stuff. That's probably something you're going to want to outsource for sure, but it shouldn't take you more than like an hour a month, to be honest. Pinterest is one of those things that it's it gives you the most bang for your time buck for sure. So that is my suggestion for you. Dina Adams from dinaadams.com asks, what do you do to keep the foundation of your faith life and business solid? That's a good question. So a few things. One, making sure, again, my morning routine, like that's when I read the Bible and I pray. I actually have a prayer closet in my office, which is so cool. I was like, because our place in France, we didn't have any closets, and I was like, I really want a place. So that closet's literally just like my prayer room, which is awesome. So just having that journaling, having that prayer time, that is huge. And also being really intentional with what I'm putting in my mind and what I'm allowing in there. So a few months ago, I actually went and I unfollowed so many people on Instagram and on Twitter, because those are the platforms I would actually like open and check out. And I only kept the things that would help me grow spiritually. I got rid of pretty much everything else. Sorry if I unfollowed you. It's like no hard feelings. I still love you. But I wanted those to be places where I would open them up and I would be inspired. I would be encouraged, and it would help me just keep that foundation of my faith alive. So those are some of the things that we do. We also found a really good church when we moved here. So that was awesome. I think one of the biggest things is just being aware of the garbage that you're putting in your mind on a consistent basis and getting rid of it. So like, what are the TV shows that you're watching? Are those helping you grow in your faith? What are the YouTube videos? Just like everything, because if you're not intentional about it, it can really just pull you away. So those are just some of the things that I do. Angela Nauman from angelanauman.com. By the way, she's a freaking awesome high performance life coach. If you need help with just reaching higher levels in your business, you need to hire her. She says, how do you keep balanced and sane when you have a multiple six-figure business and a family? What self-care strategies do you do to recharge? What productivity habits do you favor to keep the harmony? So we talked self-care already. Productivity. I talked about my productivity chart, but some of the other things that I would do is literally just close out everything, like close out all distractions and only focus on the one thing. So right now I'm recording a podcast, so I don't have email open. I don't have Facebook open. I'm literally just focused on this so I can get it done and then move on. So those are some of the big things you need to kind of think about, is what's taking away your focus. And like, if you have like notifications set up on your phone, for the love of God, turn them off. Like, you don't need to be notified every time someone likes a photo on Instagram or Facebook or all these things, because every time it dings, you're losing your train of thought and it's taking away your focus. So that is huge. Also, try to work in time blocks. So like, set a timer for an hour, work on this one task, get it done, and then get up, move around, take like a 5-15 minute break, whatever, and then get back and sit down and get to work. So those are some of the things that really help me. Also, just knowing what my main focus is for that quarter, for that month, for that week, for that day, and making sure I do that one thing first. I don't like open up. Typically, today I did, because I was looking for an email from somebody to see if I had to do something this morning. But most days I don't open up email or Facebook until I get my one thing done, like my most crucial activity. And so something to keep in mind is maybe you want to challenge yourself to not open email or Facebook until the afternoon, until like you worked so hard in the morning, you got everything done, and then you open it up in the afternoon. I swear, if you just do that, you're going to get 10 times more done. Like, it'll just blow your mind. A good book to read is The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran, I believe. If you haven't yet grabbed our free Pinterest cheat sheet, so I talked about Pinterest a ton in this episode. I want to teach you how to get more leads for free. So just go to pinwithrachel.com to grab that cheat sheet, and I hope you have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.